Hey, this is Winfred. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about some notes that I wrote for my personal research on Old Korean. When I mean Old Korean, I specifically mean the language of the three kingdoms, Goguryeo, Baekje, and Silla, the ancient kingdoms of Korea. But in this video, I'm going to focus more on the language of Goguryeo. The video is relatively short, so I won't be explaining things in too much detail using linguistic jargons. If you have not watched my previous video on Goguryeo language, I recommend watching that video as well. Here's a recap from the last video. Ancient Koreans did not have their own complete writing system, although there were a group of native writing systems such as Hyangchal, Idu, and Gugyeol, which were used in combination to transcribe the native Korean pronunciations. They mostly used Chinese characters or Hanja to denote their Korean pronunciations. For example, if I want to write 나는 오늘 불고기를 먹었다, as it sounds, then in Hanja it would look like this. 나는 오늘 불고기를 무어 우두다. This is equivalent to using English to write a pronunciation of a Korean sentence. In this case, it would be 나는 오늘 불고기를 먹었다. Oh, sounds so weird. This happens because Korean is a language, a family of its own that shares little to no similarity with that of surrounding nations. Anyways, back to the main topic of the video. I've been thinking about some Goguryeo words recently, and I jot down these notes so that I don't forget. This video will serve this exact purpose. This slide shows three letters I put together using Goguryeo words. For example, black color in modern Korean is 검은색. In Goguryeo language, it was very similar, 거물. Here, I wrote the following words: black bear, black wings, black riding. 검은 곰, 검은 날개, 검은 글. This slide shows a new word which I have not investigated before. There was a prefecture in Goguryeo and that was known as Dongumnahyeon, which is now a small administrative zone in Incheon in South Korea. There's a research that says that this word could be equivalent to the modern Korean word for a circle, which is pronounced as 동그라미. But due to regional dialects, this word can be pronounced in a number of ways. For instance, 둥그런, 둥그런, 땡그런, 둥글, 둥근, etc. It could possibly refer to one of these pronunciations or maybe a lost pronunciation. This prefecture had another name which was pronounced as Hume. Now, here's my unique opinion. I suspect that it could have been 휘둥그런, which means wide-eyed when seeing something surprising, or it could be related to the verb 휘다, which means to bend, which in turn could refer to an arc of a circle. In Goryeo language, which is a later dynasty a few hundred years later than Goguryeo, it was pronounced as aum. There's a slight change in the pronunciation, but not too far. Now I suspect at this point that it does mean an object that has a circular shape, and this particular word sounds a lot like 엉키다, 웅크러진, 웅덩이. The final word I investigated was the name of a prefecture known as Bokseome. It seems to refer to its location somewhere nearby a deep lake or a water body. This place is now a small village called Hyunri in Gapyeong County, Gangwon Province. As far as I know, there are no scholarly opinion on what this part of the word Boksa refers to. My opinion is that the word Boksa could mean the following: 푹 들어간 웅덩이, which means a water body that is deep. There is no close Chinese character that sounds exactly like a Korean consonant piu. So, Goguryeo people might have chosen a Chinese character that sounded piu, bu, instead to emphasize that this word bo should be stressed in terms of pronunciation, just like piu. Second is po, which means breadth or width. Maybe the word was referring to a wide body of water having a great width. Third is 깊은 물, but notice that piu is highlighted in red along with un. There is no gi sound. Maybe back then the Goguryeo people just used 푼 to denote a depth of some object. Anyways, that's it for this video. I haven't been able to upload more videos because I was really busy. Anyways, have a good day and bye for now.